So it's the 3rd of March. I've come down to Gippsland today to have a bit of a look around. I've only ever been out this way once before, so not really sure what I'm doing out here, but... So I've come along this creek here. There's not much water flow, as you can see, it's barely moving. I'm standing in the creek now and it's mostly dry. So it looks like a promising area. This is the surrounds. See, it's nice and rocky up there. Bit of a pool here. So, I've just arrived. I brought my sluice as well, but judging by the water situation, we're not going to get much sluicing done. So I figure just have a bit of a pan around, have a bit of a test, and then yeah, hopefully find a promising spot that I can come back to when the water's flowing during the winter time. All right, let's have a bit of a poke around. I've just taken my second test pan. I took it from down here underneath this log. See, the flow of the stream comes down here, up over this log, and then sort of continues around the curve there. I just took a simple test pan right from in there, right off, pretty much off the surface, and I'll show you what I got. So this is the test pan I took from under that little log there, and got some gold. It's the first little bit of Gippsland gold for the day. I don't know if you can see it. It's a bit tough. Let's go in the shade. Gold, there's a tiny little bit there, tiny little bit there. There's a couple of other tiny little fly-through size bits in there, but I can't get them out. Having a little break now, and I thought I'd just show you a little bit around the area that I'm working. Oh, look at this bedrock up here. This looks interesting. Section here of the bedrock running parallel to the creek here. All seems fairly clean. Ooh, bit of a hole here. I wonder if that's worth a dig. Seems like this bedrock now continues for quite a distance along the creek. Seems I'm working just in the section above that. I'll go down a little further, have a look. Bedrock, bedrock, bedrock. Plenty of it. That's probably as far as I'll go down for now. But you can see it's quite a nice looking creek, so it definitely seems like there's some potential. So I've just dug out another pan from that spot I showed you before underneath that log. That's what I've got there in the classifier, so I'll get that pan down and I'll show you what I get out of it. So I finished panning out that second pan and we got a little bit more gold. Not much, even less than the first one. If you can see that. There's a couple of tiny little specks there. That was all that I got from that pan. So that probably tells me that that's not worth investigating anymore. I'll see what else I can find. So I just took another pan here. I'm on this bedrock section. Decided to have a look in one of the crevices. Then I came across this loose rock here. It came out of that little hole there. I haven't even cleaned it out very well, as you can see. I'm sure there's more in there, but I didn't bring any crevicing tools, which is annoying. I don't have a brush. anything. But yeah, I took a pan out of there. I got barely any material, maybe a handful of material, but I got a little bit of gold out of it. I'm pretty happy with that for one little hole, or one little try. See in there, that's the results from that one little pan. There's maybe 10 pieces in there, one nice little one in there as well. So I'll suck that up and maybe have another poke around at one of those crevices in there. I just tried another one of these rocks. In the bedrock here I moved one of these rocks out, pulled something out of there, sort of broke apart as I did, but you can see that's the hole. Didn't get much material, again maybe got 2 handfuls of material out of that, and you can see it's I didn't clean up very well at all. I don't have the right tools, I was using my hands. And panned it out, and that was the pan. Look at that. Excuse me, just had a fly land on me. But look at that. That piece there, quite sizable. It's, in fact, don't laugh at me, but one of the biggest pieces of gold I've found since I'm exclusively usually dealing with flood gold. So I haven't noticed much black sand around the area either. Every time I pan down there's pretty much blonde sand all the way to the very end. So I'm pretty happy with that last pan. I'm going to continue digging out a few of these holes in the bedrock here. So the last pan I did, as you can see, some more gold in there. Fly poop, but I'll take it any day of the week. I'm all still having a go at this bedrock here. It's the 3rd rock I pulled out. There's a bit of a bigger one there. What's that one there? Again, couldn't get all the material out. Frustratingly, I know there's nice bits of gold in there if that's what I've got in the pan. Oh well, you do what you can do. I mean, I can count this as a good scouting mission. I think it's at this stage it's definitely worth a return here once the water's back flowing. If I had my little sluice here, I think I could make quite a little good go of it. Alright, time to get back to it, I think. Decided to get a little bit more material out of this hole here, which was the first one that I dug in. Just to see, I don't know, I was just a bit obsessed and I thought I'd see if there's anything left in there, because I knew I didn't get all the material. And quite annoyingly, this is what came out of that hole. Second time round. It's about 6 little pieces there. So quite annoying. That means I'm not getting it all as I knew, because I'm leaving the holes quite dirty. I mean, have a look at this one. Plenty of dirt left all over the walls and stuff, but that's all I can do. Without the proper material, without the proper tools, I'm at a bit of a loss. I don't know how to get it all out of there. So I've had 2 goes at this little hole now on the screen, and I've got gold both times. So I cringe to think what's left in that little bottom part. If I had a yabby pump or some kind of crevice sucker right now, seems like that's exactly what I need. And it would pay dividends. Oh well, I think that's something on the list of things to get. So I'm still poking around this bedrock here, as you can see, this little section, still taking out little bits as I've been doing. And I've just hit probably my best one of the day. I'll show you the hole. This was the little hole that I dug it out of. You can see barely bigger than my hand, and that was mostly one large rock, so I pulled that out and there was just all this sort of material around the sides that I sort of worked. And check this pan out. How's that for one pan? I'm bloody stoked. See if that'll zoom. Have a look at that. Now there's some chunky pieces as well. Well, for me. Must be at least 20 or 30 pieces in there. For one pan. Got to be happy with that. So I was just emptying out that pan that I just showed you when I came across this little nug. Come on, zoom in. Now that is a piece of gold with some quartz on it. Have a look at that. Brilliant. I'm going to count that as my first picker. See if I can get a better look at that. There we go. It's a nice little piece of gold there. I'm absolutely over the moon. That's maybe the best piece that I've ever got. I'm lucky I didn't tip it out of the pan, because I did not notice it at first and it didn't hold up with the rest of the material. See if I can give you a look at it. Not a bad little piece at all on the quartz. So I've been here for about 2 hours now. I haven't even done that many pans, maybe about 10 or 15 pans maybe. I haven't really been keeping track. But yeah, I'm happy with what I've done here today. A couple of hours work, that's all I really need. I didn't get here till late in the day, so that'll do. I'm probably just going to do one more pan, then call it a day. Before I leave, I'll dump everything into the pan so I can show you what I got for those efforts. But I'll just show you what I'm just about to do for the last one. So I'm just going to dig right down next to where I took that last pan from, which was in that little section there. And I'm just going to move this rock here out. Let's see what else. Yeah, it doesn't look like a lot of material in there. Less than a handful. But I guarantee there'll be some gold in there, so we'll have a look at that. Alright, see you in a moment. So this is the result from the last pan of the day, from that little hole I just showed you. It was not a lot of material at all, not even a handful, so still happy with those 4 little pieces I got out of it. That one up the top there isn't too bad at all. So I'll sucker that up. I'll dump the rest into the pan and I'll show you what I've got. So the final result's in. It's probably about, as I said, I just sort of did the little math in my head, sort of had a look around where I'd been digging, and I can't imagine I did many more than 10 holes. 10 pans, sorry. So what I got from that effort, I'm pretty happy with. Have a look at that. Not bad at all. And my little chunky bit there, which I'm pretty happy with. It's not an amazing effort, but for 10 pans, I think I'm quite excited to get back to this spot when the water's flowing with my sluice. And who knows, maybe even a highbanker. Or just some crevicing tools, I guess, because I got most of this stuff out of the crevices and stuff, so. Alright, I had a really good day out here today, and thanks for stopping by, thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. I definitely had a great time out here today, so yeah, I guess I'll see you next time on my next adventure. Till then.